You struggle with anxiety and you're not trying to cope or manage, but actually overcome this once and for all, you need to watch this video. So in my last video, I talk about how people that are experiencing very physical symptoms where they keep going to their doctors and just getting ruled out or even kicked out, when they're getting intrusive thoughts, where they're running away from a thought, thinking, what if it's this, what if it's that? Once they start feeling really disconnected and derealized or depersonalized, they're trying everything they can to feel better, right? And even the advice they get from people is often coping tricks. And what I mean by that is, look, people have good intentions, but that doesn't necessarily mean they give the best advice. And oftentimes these people that are just trying to get out of this anxiety problem are only offered coping or managing tricks. Some of these things are like exercise, diet, yoga, meditation, breathing techniques, grounding techniques. It's always things to feel better in the moment. Now look, there's nothing wrong with those things. They're good. They're good for lifestyle. You should be doing it for lifestyle, but you may notice that they don't really address the root problem, right? You're always still having this problem. You're always having to do more of this, but you're not fixing the underlying problem. And what's really important to understand is that, look, there's a difference between somebody feeling physical symptoms dissociated for no reason at all and somebody who's feeling anxious about a presentation. Most people are giving coping tricks for people that are about to give a presentation or are in a stressful situation. But what happens when there is no stress? Well, it's really easy to think there's something seriously wrong, but this is how anxiety works. So how do you heal from this? Now look, a 3-minute TikTok is not going to be able to answer such a complex question. There's a lot of things involved, but I'll try my best. So here's what happens, okay? So we all have a nervous system, and the nervous system is designed to protect us from stressors, outside stressors, right? Getting eaten by a tiger, lion, tribal warfare, whatever it is. What happens is that when people get to a high level of stress, and this could be for whatever reason, it could be like an actual issue, it could be something as just smoking weed and having a bad panic attack. Literally the root cause doesn't matter, but what happens is, when that happens, the nervous system learns that there's a threat. Now, it doesn't matter what the threat is. And a lot of times it's perceived threat. It's not even a real threat. And what happens is that your nervous system becomes very sensitive, right? Your nervous system becomes very sensitized. Now, what this means is that small things that don't really trigger you in the past, don't really trigger normal people, all of a sudden trigger you. You start getting intense physical symptoms. You get scary thoughts, like so intense. And now what happens is that you start reacting to those thoughts. You start reacting to those physical symptoms. You start reacting to that derealization, depersonalization. You think, oh my God, there's something wrong. Why is this happening? And so the key is to desensitize. In part 3, I will talk about how to desensitize. Follow this video for part 3.